Hello everyone, how's it going? This is Alpha HD Gaming and welcome to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix, round 9 of our championship, and we're actually, I think, leading the championship now. So we've had some really good results in Monaco, in Canada and in Austria, so we're in a really strong position. Practice was a washout, so the whole of practice was basically wet, so we didn't get much setup work done, so we had to basically best guess work on the setup. And so that's why you're not seeing practice. So we're in Q1 now, and this is setting our lap. The real F1 season has just started this morning in Australia. If you've been following it, you'll know that Nico Rosberg basically edged Lewis Hamilton out in that first and second practice session. So he's a tenth ahead in the second practice session. And if you've been following it, you're also going to know that there's a big legal battle going on between Sauber and Guido van der Garde. So basically Sauber want to run Marcus Ericsson and Felipe Nasr, I think it is, and Guido van der Garde has got a court in Australia to say that he has a contract that is valid, so Guido should technically be driving the car, but there's a bit of a standoff at the moment. I don't know if anything else has developed, so I haven't really looked at the news since then, but apparently Marcus Ericsson and Felipe Nasr ran in practice 2 and Guido van der Garde didn't get in the car, and there could be some more ramifications for Manisha Kaltenborn if she doesn't play ball and help Guido van der Garde get in the car. So we're going to see how that one develops over the weekend. I don't know what's going on at the moment with it. So here we are in qualifying 1, and this is our flying lap. As you can see, I think we're going to get through quite easily. So don't think we're going to have any problems getting through here. For the race, who would you reckon is going to get on pole? Nico Rosberg, Lewis Hamilton? Do you think they're going to, or do you think they're going to have a problem, and someone like Vettel or Raikkonen might steal it? And who's going to win the race? Again, it's probably going to be Mercedes, but we don't know. The weather might change over the weekend, so it's going to be either Lewis Hamilton or Nico Rosberg, barring anything really strange happening. And who do you think is going to be the surprise driver of the weekend? For me, I think Rosberg's going to get pole, because I think he's got the edge on Hamilton in terms of one lap pace in that Mercedes. The race win, I think, is going to be a tough battle, but I think Lewis Hamilton will win it. By edging Nico Rosberg out. I think the surprise package of the weekend could be the Toro Rossos getting up in the top 10, because they seem pretty quick in practice, but again, things always seem to change in qualifying. So that's my predictions. If you've got any of your own, put them in the comments and let me know. I'll go into qualifying 2. As you see, we've got through qualifying 1 pretty comfortably now. So now I'll actually talk about what's going on in the race here. So we're getting the slipstream of a Lotus, I think that is, so we're just behind Romain Grosjean, maybe. Okay, we backed out of it. So we backed out just to give ourselves some space, and we've gone down to 4th gear. We're coming through Stowe very slowly. Gone to Rich just for coming towards Club. All the way down to 2nd gear. Take a bit of that left-hand curve, because if you don't, then you get pushed out a bit to the right, which then compromises your exit. So we didn't do very well there getting the exit. We did pretty poorly getting for the exit, but now going onto the main straight and into the first corner. You can get through here over 170 mile an hour if you nail it right. So see there, 180 mile an hour we went through it. and then all the way down to second gear, third gear, and then second, just to get the car to kick into the corner, just turn in, and then coming through here. Make sure you get a bit of that left-hand curve. Again, we've missed it. It's really easy to just drift out wide on that corner. And just be careful of traction as you come through here and onto the straight. So coming down this corner, we used a bit of slipstream there from, I can't see who that was, we went past him really quick. All the way down to third, and sometimes you might have to take second for that one. So I think we're coming through Luffield now, and then we're coming back onto the old main straight, and then heading down towards Cops. If you get Cops right in these 2014 cars in this game, you can nail it at 180 mile an hour. So we'll see how much speed we take through it, how much confidence we got. 180, 179, so 179 on the exit, and then coming to really fast sweeping Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. Iconic corner this one. Just got to kind of lower your speed slowly, get down to 4th or 5th gear for the right hand curve, and then coming out onto the main straight. Make sure you get a good exit, because this is one of the longest straights on the track. I think it is the longest straight, the Hanger Straight. And then coming down towards Stowe, I'd recommend 4th gear just to get the car turned in. You're looking at 130, 125 mile an hour, and then all the way down to Club again. 2nd gear, get some of that left hand curve. We did it well that time. We got turned in well, and then careful on the traction. Short shift up your gears very quickly towards the finish line. It can kick you out of the left. So we've done a 1 minute 34.976 in qualifying too, and that is pretty much exactly the same time as Nico Rosberg's done. And we'll see where that gets us at the end of qualifying. Bear in mind, these are the tyres we're going to start the race on, so we only wanted to do 1 lap, so we've only gone round 1 time, and that's the lap we've got. So we finished down in 5th place, so we were 6/10 quicker than our teammate. Ricciardo's actually finished 1st in that session, and we're going into qualifying 3, and I think the Mercedes have got a little bit of pace on us, maybe the Red Bulls as well, so I think they've got a little bit of an edge on us, so I'd be surprised if we get high up the grid. So I'm thinking maybe 5th or 6th. I'm thinking it's going to be up to status quo, like kind of where we were earlier in the season. Because all the shorter tracks we've been on before, like Hockenheim and Austria and Monaco and Canada, we've had an advantage because the AI just don't seem to be very quick around them, and their advantage doesn't seem to be as big. Lots of power coming to the final corner here, so try and nail it to get a good run down this straight. And we want to be nailing this corner at 180 mile an hour. We don't want to be going through it any slower, really. 180, there we go. So all the way down to 3rd, and like I said, just snatch it 2nd as you come towards the apex, just so the car just turns in a bit more, as you can see. We get pushed out a little bit wide, but can we get the inside curve this time? Yes, we can. So we get a nice entry at the corner, and this lap's looking good already, so we get a good exit as well. And not too much wheel spin. It's a very good exit, actually, so we should be quite close to Rosberg's time. I don't think we're going to be on top of it, but we're less than 2 tenths down, which is better than I expected, really. So down to 2nd just to get the car turned in. But be careful as you come out this corner. Just get a short shift a little bit to get the traction. Just get a good exit, because again it's another long sort of straight, but it sweeps to the right, and you're not going below 180 mile an hour really once you get up to Cops. So can we get turned in well? So 183 mile an hour on the exit of Cops, and we're coming up to Maggots Beckett's Chapel now. We've got to nail these corners. I'm looking at a good lap already here. So down to 6th, down to 5th, down to 4th, just turn in, get a bit of the right hand curve, accelerate away. Got a good exit onto the straight as well. So what have we got? We're actually 2 tenths up on Rosberg's time, so we're up on Rosberg now, so we gained 4 tenths in the middle sector, but we're going to struggle for the final sector in this lap, because the traction zone in this corner is where we've been struggling. The Rosberg and Hamilton and a couple of other people seem to have a little bit of an advantage coming out of this traction zone in the final corner. And let's have a look. So get a bit of a swapper on, but we're going. What are we going to get? Car's getting kicked out to the left, just off the track. We've got a 2nd faster than our time in qualifying for our first time, which was a 1 minute 35.5, and now we've done a 1 minute 34.520, which is faster than Rosberg at the moment. But whether it stays that way is another matter. So we're coming into the pit lane, and we're just going to find out where we finished on the grid, because we were in pole position, but I was expecting the other guys to go a little bit faster, so we could have been pushed down. We're going to see. We're getting wheeled in now. So we finished a 10th and a half down on Lewis Hamilton. So Hamilton improved. Rosberg didn't improve, I don't think, or he improved very, very marginally. But Felipe's in 7th, so he's nearly 8 tenths down on us. So a very good qualifying result. We're actually in second place. I didn't expect that in Silverstone. I expected us to be a bit lower down. So second place, Hamilton improved, and don't think anybody else really did. So here we are going to the race. So I hope you enjoyed the last episode in Austria. So it wasn't the most exciting race because we led from the start and didn't really get challenged by Max Chilton trying to block us near the end. But it was a pretty straightforward race. So tried to keep the car in the lines, trying to keep it as neat as possible. But there's a few little moments in that race, but it was a good race for me. I mean, I didn't really make too many mistakes, but I can't imagine it was totally exciting considering that we led from the start and didn't really get challenged. But second place, so we're gonna have to do some overtaking here because we're not on the start, we're not on the front of the grid, so we're gonna have to do some things to get ahead of Hamilton. And as we know from qualifying, he's got a couple of tenths on us, so he should be quick in the race. So it's all going to depend on our getaway from the start of the grid. Here's the setup. So this is basically my best guess setup at what we're going to get as a good lap time. 6.5, 40.52 high and standard, 11.11 on the roll bars, then 1.11.1 on the suspension. So I went soft on the rear springs just basically to and put the toe to the right just to get some more traction coming out of that final zone, because that was probably the most important zone I think that we were struggling in. And also in sector 1 there was a couple of traction zones where we had to where it kind of settled the car down a bit by softening the springs, so making them less stiff, made the car move around a lot less. So yeah, it was a bit of a it got us up there a little bit better. So here we are on the grid. Hamilton is in first. We're in second. We've got Rosberg just to our left behind us. Got another Red Bull just behind us there. Felipe is in 7th. We are on the grid, ready to go. And it's the British Grand Prix, and we're going rich mix, so we're going aggressive on this one. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we're away. And Rosberg's got a better start than us, so Hamilton's got a slightly better start, but not as good as Rosberg, who's just gone sailing round our outside. We're going to try and hang it on the inside the first corner, and we're just about hanging on to this position. We should be able to dive up the inside here. Rosberg's got help by Hamilton, which is causing him to back out a little bit, so we've managed to get through, and we're still in second place, so we're clinging onto the back of Hamilton here. And we're in rich mix, getting a lot of wheel spin with these cold tyres. See lots of corrections on the steering wheel. Coming down the straight here. And what are we going to do? Are we going to dive it? No, we're not. We're way too far back to dive it. We're just trying to keep it neat and tidy for the first lap and just hold on to second position. There's a big gap between Hamilton, me and Vettel, between us three and the fourth car. So Vettel's got past Rosberg in that first corner, in the first corner of the race. So there's 3 of us have pulled away a little bit. How fast are we going to go through cops? 180, but we go off the track, so we run a bit wide. I don't know where Vettel went. I don't know if he ran off the track as well, but we were just pushing the limits there. First time through this complex. The car is really struggling to stick. See, we're going right down 108 mile an hour there. Coming down Hanger Straight, and we're just about hanging on to Hamilton, so we're within a second at the moment. Vettel's only half a second back on us. Coming to Stowe, down to 4th gear, just get the car turned in, a little bit of kick as we try to turn in as well there. Yeah, the car's not happy at the moment. It's just not up to temperature yet. The tyres down to 2nd gear for club, and the final corner. Come on, look at that, the traction as we put our foot down. We just have the short shift, and we're still getting pressured by Vettel, who's going to make a little bit of a move, but he's backed out of it. We're coming to the first corner now. I think that's Abbey, is it? But we're coming around that first corner, down to 2nd gear, like I said, for this corner at the last second, just to get the turn in. Take a little bit of that curve on the right. Nicely turned in by us there. Missed the apex on the next corner though. I think that's Village. I'm not sure. Anybody knows the Silverstone corner names? I can never remember them all. So, yeah, we're coming down this straight. We get a good exit, and everyone seems to have caught up a little bit to Vettel. So Hamilton's got a bit of a gap on us. So I don't know if he's going to get away. I just don't know what's going to happen at this moment in time. So we're just going to have to hope that he doesn't pull away too far, because he did have a bit of an advantage in qualifying, a couple of tenths, but hopefully our car's a better race car than qualifying. We've got a bit more pace. So we're on the option tyres, so we're on the, I think these are the soft tyres maybe. Keep it inside the lines there, we did 172, so we took a little bit of speed off the cops. Coming into the entrance, this corner is so beautiful. This set of corners is just so much fun. I think I said in the last video, this is one of my favourite tracks on the game. It's just so nice to drive, and it just feels like you're going really fast. It's just fun. So coming down, hanger straight, we're going to lean mix, 4th gear for this corner for Stowe. Just get a bit of the right hand curve if you can. We nail it okay, but a little bit too slow for my like 120 mile an hour or so. Down to 2nd, get a bit of the left, we take a bit of the right hand curve, which threw us off a little bit. And here we go, coming through the final corner, which is the one where the other cars have a little bit of advantage, so the Mercedes have an advantage. DRS is now enabled, a 37.1, we've actually closed up on Hamilton by 4/10, going through Abbey. Going down to 3rd gear and then down to 2nd, turn in. Hamilton, we're actually getting close to him. We are closing in on Hamilton. I don't know if he's got a problem or it's just he's not got the pace, but we are closing in on him, and we have got, I think we've got a good chance of catching him here. So I don't know if he's not got the pace or we've just got good pace on these tyres, but he seems to be going a little bit slower than he was earlier on. Either that or we've sped up a bit. As you can see, we've done nearly half a second quicker than the last lap. So we're hanging on to him within 1.6 seconds now. A little bit of a swapper coming out of Luffield. Kicked off the curb a little bit there. Going through Copse now. You can see we're catching. We will catch him a little bit more through here too, because we're taking more speed than Hamilton through this section. I had to back out of that corner a little bit. I had to switch back to the right. You can see we're visually catching up on Hamilton, and we're not got DRS yet, but we are so much faster than for a second. Look at that. We're under a second now, so it's 0.8, 0.876, and we're like 6.637 quicker than the fastest lap. So we're about to set a fastest lap of the race. Ricciardo's overtaken Vettel, so that's pretty similar to 2014. Vettel struggling against Ricciardo in the race. Oh, we nailed that so nicely. It's a 1 minute 36.4, so we were 7/10 up. But Ricciardo is absolutely flying behind us. And through Abbey there, let's have a look what the time is. We did a 1:36 here. Ricciardo there, 1:36.086. So he's just taken nearly 4/10 off our time. Sorry, 3/10. And look how close we are to Hamilton in this lap. So we're starting to pick up a bit of his dirty air coming through this complex. We now have DRS, so we were within 0.8 of Hamilton on last lap. It's 1.1, but we're half a second closer than we were last lap. And we were within 8/10 of him coming down the hanger straight. Get a little bit of swapper on so the car won't go again. Out of that corner, traction, a little bit of an issue. So come on to Copse now. We've got to absolutely nail this one. Oh, we carry so much speed for the 179. Come on. We're closing on Hamilton. We are closing in on him. We're going to have a go at him here. We're catching right at the back of him. 4th gear. Come on. Get a good exit. Don't swap on me now. Come on. Oh, we get a really good exit. We're coming down the straight. DRS is open. We're absolutely sailing up behind Hamilton. We're faster than Ricciardo's fastest lap. We're going up the inside. We've got the lead. And we're coming to Stowe. And we're in the lead of this race. So we've come from 2 or 3 seconds back on Hamilton. We were dropping back from him in the first part of the race, and we've just now overtaken him. We're all getting a little bit too excited here in the car, and we just don't get a very good exit. And Hamilton's all at the back of us again, so he's closed right up to us. I don't think he's going to be happy about that move we made, but we lost a bit of time, and we went slower on the end of the lap, so we got a little bit excited coming to that final sector of corners. But we're in the lead, and Ricciardo's now only 1 second behind Hamilton. So now can we keep it all neat and tidy into our first pit stop? Let's have a look at what we can do with this lead the race. We've pulled out a little bit of a gap on Hamilton now, so we do have better pace than Hamilton on these tyres. It's the final sector where we're going to start struggling when we get tyre wear, so we're going to have to be careful about that. So we get a little bit too fast again going out the corner, so we went a little bit too deep through Brooklands, I think it is. We get a much better exit than last lap out of Luffield. Coming towards Copse, so we're in the lead of this race, and it's by a decent margin now. We run a little bit wide on the exit of Copse, but we've got a decent margin. Hamilton, I think we're going to pull out some more coming through here because we are quicker than the AI through this sector. We're a little bit wide through the final part of the complex. No DRS, remember, so Ricciardo will have DRS on Hamilton. Hamilton's a second behind us, so he's out of DRS as well. We've got a nail Stowe here. We've got to nail this final sector because this is where they've got the advantage. It turned in nicely now. We've got to get a good exit. Just look how much they're closing up on us through here. Oh, we sweetly hit the power there. We lose 4/10 to Hamilton, but he was gaining us down the straight as well, so I don't know how much of that was lost in the final corner, but we get out of there okay. So it is pit stop time this lap. I don't know if we're going to go in or we're going to stretch these tyres out, but we're just trying to keep it all neat and tidy and keeping the lead this race. You can see there's a train of cars coming with us. There's like 6 or 7 cars that are within a few seconds of us, but our teammate's a little bit further back. Hamilton is very close, but I don't know if he's going to be brave enough to make the move. He backs out of it. So we're less than a tenth of our best first sector there as well. Look at that. 0.064 Hamilton was in the first sector there behind us. If we can just get to this pit stop and get these new tyres on, because we are feeling the tyre wear a little bit now, I think. We're still brave enough to nail it through cops. 178 on the exit. Can we get this one right this time? Can we get it all turned in well? So make sure we get some of the right hand curve. Much better than last lap. A little bit of wheel spin as we come out of the corner. So you look at the gap it's put on us now, because Ricciardo has now attacked Hamilton and got past him. So we've got 0.848 on Ricciardo. Yeah, fuel's good, but we're having to run lean here because it's really difficult to get the traction out of this corner. It's really difficult to get the car to turn in as well because it starts sliding a little bit when we turn in. A little bit of swapper again. So we're only 2/10 down on our previous lap there. So we're losing a bit of time because the tyres are pretty much dying now. So that tyre wear has started kicking in. Hamilton looks like he's pitted. Alonso's done the fast lap of the race at 1:35.7, which is 7/10 quicker than us at this point. Got a little bit of a gap to Ricciardo now, so we are pretty strong in the first sector. In the middle sector, it's the final sector where we lose a bit of time. A little bit of a lock up on the front left there, but we get it all turned in nicely. It's taking an age to turn in for that corner. The car just wouldn't go. I think that's where the tyre, the left front is just overheating because there's a lot of high-speed right-handers in this track. So the front left's just giving us a bit of grief right now. I'm not really looking at the tyre temperatures because I don't like to look at the tyre temperatures because as soon as I look at them, it's kind of a psychological thing. If I look at the tyre temperatures, I start slowing down because I think that the tyres are going off. So I'd rather not look at them and just keep going and just see how I feel the tyres are. Because as soon as you see the tyres are brick red, then you're like, okay, well, I've got no grip. That's why I'm going slow, and then it kind of makes you go slower. So that's kind of why I ignore it a bit. 1.7 to Ricciardo, so we're not doing too badly this lap. Are we going to pit in? So we've gone one extra lap on our pit stop and we're absolutely nailing it into the pit lane, so we're flying down this pit lane now. We're in lean mix. We've still got a lap of fuel left, and we've given ourselves a sufficient gap to the guys behind us. Rosberg's overtaken Ricciardo now, and we're coming into the pit lane. We've just done a 1:35.8, which is 1/10 off Alonso's time, and I'm pretty sure he'll have set that lap time by doing what we've just done coming into the pit lane. So 1:35.8, and it's a 3.7 second pit stop dead on, and we're 2.3 ahead of Rosberg as we pitted in. The question is, where is Hamilton? Because Hamilton pitted a lap earlier than us, or maybe 2 laps earlier. So as we come out onto the track, where is Hamilton? There's Hamilton coming around turn 1, and he's going to get past Rosberg. So Hamilton has jumped Rosberg. So Hamilton stayed ahead of Rosberg, sorry, and he's in second place. Rosberg has jumped Ricciardo in the pit lane, and we've now got Hamilton and Rosberg following us. We've got some spare fuel and some new tyres, so we should be able to hold these guys off, but it's all relative to how fast those guys are behind us. So we're just going to try to test the grip as we come around these corners for the first time on this new set of the harder compound of tyre. It all seems pretty okay, so we've got a good start to the lap. We haven't really made any mistakes. How much grip have we got through cops? So about 176, 175, so pretty decent. Lost a couple of miles an hour coming through there, but the grip's pretty good. And now we're going through this complex, and we're just trying to see how much confidence we've got to nail these corners. Again, the grip's pretty good, so we're okay. The tyres seem to be performing pretty well really quickly. They're up to temperature, so 1.6 on Hamilton, so I've actually gained some time on him through the pit stops. He's got a little bit of a cushion on him. I think we're going to struggle for this last set of corners because these tyres haven't got as much grip as the soft tyres, so we turn in nicely, but it's whether we come out this corner and see how much grip we've got. It's pretty good, so the grip's pretty good again, so we're okay coming out that corner. But it depends how quickly these tyres go off. They are the harder compound, so they should really have more grip for longer, so we'll see. But they have less grip to start with than the options. I think of them as a slight, like a worn pair of options, really. That's how I think of them. So Hamilton's closed up in the first sector. He's been very quick for that first sector, and you can see he's closed up quite a lot. He's going to start pressuring us. I think he's got some more pace on the prime tyre than us, so we're going to have to pretty much fight him to the end of the race, I reckon. We've got another decent gap on Felipe, so our teammate's quite far back, so again we're kind of comparing ourselves to our teammate, and he's not really performing very well in this race again. And our championship rival is Rosberg, so at this point in the season I'd be happy to keep Rosberg behind me in every race. That's really my objective, because Hamilton and a couple of other drivers are a little bit further back, so I'm kind of focusing on what Rosberg does. Obviously, if Rosberg's in 20th and I'm in 19th, that's not ideal though, so we've got to be kind of in the high positions, in the point scoring positions for it to really matter. So it's 0.6 to Hamilton. He's still clinging on to us. He's brought Rosberg with him. There's a bit of a gap to Alonso after them two, so the kind of rest of the people have dropped back a little bit. So there's a 2.7 to Alonso, but the other two guys, look at them, line astern. Those Mercedes have got so much pace, and look at them just training along behind me. I'm not going to make a move. If Hamilton wants to take this lead, he's going to have to go up the inside, but he doesn't. Again, he backs out, which has allowed Rosberg to attack him a little bit. There's 3.5 laps to go, and we are just about hanging on to the lead. We're miles ahead of everybody else in terms of like the other cars. It's just that these two have decided they're gonna make my life difficult for this race, and they're hanging on to the back of us. I think it was the same in Austria. Rosberg was hanging on to the back of us within a couple of seconds, but here they're even closer, so they're within DRS range. They're going to get the advantage of that as well. We've pulled out a little bit there between us and Hamilton, but he's still probably going to have DRS, so he will close up coming to Stoke. He'll close up even more coming through the final section in Club and onto the main straight. We get turned in very nicely there. Just come get the exit. Cause this problem with this corner is when you turn in and accelerating, it's a little bit. So obviously, as you turn and accelerate, you've got to be very careful because it can just kick the car out. So a 37.2 on the prime tyre is what we've done, which is a little bit faster than our previous lap. Alonso's 2.8 behind, so we're pulling out on the Ferrari still. It's just these Mercedes, they're so quick and they're just sticking to me. So we're coming into this, there's like 2 3/4 laps to go. Mercedes all at the back of us, and there's not much I can do. I'm pretty much running at the limit here. This is as fast as I can go, and I'm just trying to keep as fast as I can go without running off the track. So obviously, if I try and go any faster, then I'm going to kind of put myself up for mistakes, and which will then just give the lead to these guys. So I'm just kind of keep the car within the lines on the track, not spin it out, and just hope these guys don't pass me. And they just won't go away. So this is our probably our fourth win in a row we're looking at. So we won in Monaco, we won in Canada, we won in Austria, and if we win here, it's going to be 4 wins in a row, which is going to, again, Rosberg's down in third, so our championship lead is going to extend even more, which is going to be vital coming into the rest of the season, because there's some tracks that I don't like coming up, and some tracks where I expect the the other drivers to be very quick at, like Hamilton and Rosberg. I expect them to be very quick at some of the tracks coming up, like America, Sochi, Abu Dhabi, probably Brazil. So I just expect them to be pretty quick. So we need to have a good gap if we're going to look at winning this championship. But we're in a very strong position at the moment. One bad race could end it for us, though. We could just like give up the championship lead if we have one bad race really. I don't really know what the gap is at the moment to us and the other us and Rosberg. I have to check that. Well, we'll find out at the end of the race anyway. So the engineer's now telling us to save fuel. So we've been pretty good on fuel this race, but it's coming towards the end, and we're using a bit more rich and standard just to hold these guys off. And there are some long straights, so it's a very fuel-hungry track. So we don't want to use too much fuel for the most of the lap, because we don't want to be running out down the Hanger Straight of petrol. So we're going a little bit slow through that corner now, through Cops. Take 120 through there. It's very good, very good speed through there. And now I'm pulling out to the left a bit, so they keep out their slipstream. So they say keep them out of my slipstream. We're coming to the final lap. Can we hang on? Is the question. We're gonna have to nail this first sector, because that's where we're probably the most vulnerable. We haven't done very well coming to that corner though. So yeah, we're gonna have to nail this first sector now, because we don't want these guys to put pressure on us, because this is where we're the most vulnerable in the lap. Because you can see how close Hamilton is to us, and if he's any closer, he's going to get a move on us. We have to nail this corner. We have to nail the next two corners. Come on, please turn in. Oh, that's nice. Can we get out the corner though? Oh, we get a beautiful exit, which is going to give us some air. Oh yes, we got a really good gap on Hamilton now. So I think it's race over. I think it's race over. We've done enough. He's not close enough. Right, so we've got half a lap to go, and we've pretty much stopped him in the only place that he could possibly probably overtake us. Because I think we've got the performance coming through Maggotts Beckett's Chapel. I think we're going to pull out a gap on him. Can we nail Cops? A bit too much the grass there, so too far to the right. Oh, there's a massive gap. There's a really big gap. We've done this. We have done it. A little bit slow through there. A little bit wide. But we're so far ahead of them. This victory is in the bag. This is 4 wins in a row. And we're going to extend our championship lead. This championship is on. It is on. At the start of the season, especially in Malaysia and China, I didn't think this car was going to be anywhere near where it is in terms of the championship. But one more corner to go. Just get the power down. And it's a victory in Silverstone, so we have won our Williams' home race. And wow, that was the move on Hamilton on lap 4 was absolutely crucial. If we hadn't got the move done on him there, I think he would have run away with it. But we did a 1:35.8, so Hamilton only did a 1:36.4. I mean, he was keeping up with us, but he never really set a fast lap on the options. And you can see Rosberg did a 35.9. And our teammate didn't finish, so I don't know what happened to Felipe in the race, but he didn't finish it. And we were 17 seconds ahead of Perez, and there was like 8 seconds ahead of Jensen. And so yeah, amazing win. Right. So we are 6 points ahead of Rosberg, and we're a further 39 ahead of Hamilton. So we've just to say taken the championship lead off Rosberg. Anyway, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. I'll be back with the next race very soon in Hockenheim. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.